Respected chair of the session, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I thank the organizers of this think tanks forum, Yunnan Academy of Social Sciences and Chinese Kunming Academy of South Asian and Southeast Asian Studies for giving me opportunity once again to share my humble views at this wonderful gathering. Let me highlight that this think tank forum has actually become one of the most prestigious platforms of intellectual exchanges among the academics of China, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. And for this, the leadership and teams at organizing host institutions deserve the credit. As a regular participant of this forum during past about 2 decades, I am glad to see this platform returning to its normal physical format once again. I am rather unlucky not to be able to be present there physically this time. Dear participants, the world would always remember 2013 to 2023, these 10 years, as foundational decade for the Belt and Road Initiative. When we talk about Belt and Road Initiative, the fact is that one can hardly find a matching example in the contemporary history of the world. Completing a decade of its inception and implementation this year, BRI finds no rivals as far as its strategic, political, diplomatic, developmental, and social spread and scope at global level is concerned. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, is a flagship component and one of the most successfully implemented and continuously moving ahead part of China's mega global Belt and Road Initiative. In this brief presentation, I seek to emphasize upon the contribution of CPEC within the BRI scheme of things during the past decade and what can we expect, what should we aim for in the decade ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, the spokesperson of Pakistan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs has recently announced that CPEC has created some 200,000 jobs in Pakistan. Some 8,000 megawatts of electricity generation capacity has been added to Pakistan's national grid. Hundreds of miles of communications infrastructure have been built. It is also highlighted that CPEC has brought around $30 billion of Chinese investment into Pakistan. But let me share with you my view that the numbers alone do not show the entire picture. Positive economic and socio-economic impact of CPEC is visible all across Pakistan in more ways than one. But it is not limited to Pakistan alone. Positive impact is region-wide. It is actually trans-regional. Through CPEC, China and Pakistan have jointly provided the tri-regional space of South, Central and West Asia as a wonderful connectivity network. And the two countries have laid the foundation of a lasting, broad-based regional as well as trans-regional cooperation. Therefore, CPEC promises not only unprecedented dividends for development and progress of the two partner nations, China and Pakistan, but it is also promised to be the most effective instrument yet for regional connectivity and integration at a broader level. As the participants of this forum are well aware, the Belt and Road network is composed of two parts. One is Silk Road Economic Belt, which means building road and rail linkages from China through Central Eurasia towards Eastern Europe and beyond. The road denotes 21st century maritime Silk Road, starting from China's eastern and southeastern coasts and economic zones and heading towards South Asia, West Asia, Africa and Europe through South China Sea, the Malacca Strait and the so-called Indian Ocean. It is pertinent to highlight here that CPEC connects the belt in the north and the road in the south, and thus becomes the most important feature of the whole BRI strategy. Although several other corridors are also part of BRI. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor is practically China-Middle East Corridor. It is Central Asia-South Asia Corridor. It is the Eurasian Corridor. Importantly, the Gwadar port, built jointly by Pakistan and China as an important component of CPEC, is now in operation. Beyond doubt, Gwadar port serves as the most feasible transshipment hub for Afro-Eurasian connectivity and commerce in years ahead. Particularly, it is the most feasible gateway for landlocked Central Asian nations. Dear participants, through the infrastructure built under CPEC, Pakistan is now emerging as an important link within global supply chains involving China and backed by China. Now the question is what to expect and aim for in the years ahead. Pakistan and China have already agreed to bring large-scale railway cooperation under the umbrella of CPEC. Pakistan's main railway line, north-south from Peshawar to Karachi, is to be upgraded under the CPEC. It means further improvement of communications infrastructure, further cultivating the field for regional connectivity and cooperation. The second phase of CPEC involves around industrialization, special economic zones, agricultural development, and social sector projects, among others. Pakistan and China have also established a joint working group for third-party participation in the CPEC. Gradually, CPEC is evolving into a broad-based framework of regional and trans-regional cooperation, something to celebrate for BRI. This year and the years ahead would be years of high quality, further development, and more importantly, expansion of CPEC. Yet, the overall scenario is not without challenges and controversies. But Pakistan and China have jointly overcome these challenges in the past and will jointly defeat these challenges in future as well. CPEC is to be a cherished component within BRI. Thank you very much for your attention.